as well. We got some drops on the top right hand side of the map. Jetty G's verse here. OUG's Mike. Mike always landing around this area as well. Now Hung Sword overhold here for Mike. Trying to see if he can find some opening kill for himself here against JDG's verse. Verse drops all that armor. He is going to try to retreat, try to find an armor swap if he can. The loot is still not picked up, so it's a perfect time for him to try to just move around, try to see if he can find anything for himself. And OUG's Mike is not going to let loose of this chase. He's already applying more pressure onto Verse. Clint comes in off the focus there for Mike and Verse. Players are still trying to find armor for himself. Mike still full health. First does manage to get the karma armor swap. There it is. He's going to go ahead and try to get aggressive off of this, but Mike's going to catch the prio. F called in here for the Justina. It's not managed to catch the dodge out of the F, but Mike's still on the hunt. The grapple LNB off of this. It's not managed to catch the prio, but Verse still overholding the 1.0 there from Mike and the 1-2 off the Hung Sword and Mike. And one thing I saw as well is the Justinas for this game are all running V1. So that's good to see now that, you know, we had a mix up of V2s, V1s for the Justinas, but Arano and Star, the first scrap off for Star in the Pro League, dropping very low against Arano. There's a ping versus Feria here, scrap off for Arano and Star. Star now trying to back up off the Hong Sword. Arano on the chase, trying to see if he can find an opening for himself, nearly getting this elimination, catches the uppercut to the arrow R&B as well, and Arano with his first elimination of game number 1, as well as Mike. Oh no, that's 2 eliminations for Arano, 1 for Mike, and that's going to start off for game number 1 here for the bi-weekly 3.
Yeah, you see Arano leaving that Soul Bloom, saving it for the Yang that's going to be coming out. But first, we're going to get Super Railgun back in the league, back ready to go, representing TE. But Shaw is going to welcome him back with a nice parry, taking him down. Now, 225 coming in with a third party. Purple armor zipping off spawn, but versus Shayo. Zipping looking like combo food. Can Shaw find the combos onto him? Zipping 225, able to pop his gold F between the combo, but Shaw is still gonna get a juicy upper combo on. Unfortunately, Terrain ends up griefing it, but Shaw keeping up the pressure, looking for the horizontals. 225 wisening up from these 0.8 lights, gonna guard against it, catch the cross. Shaw forced to pop his ultimate, going with the overhold, but 225, no slouch to this fight. Gonna get deep fried by Shaw with the big cookage. Now Shaw putting up the pressure, big double charge into the parry from 225. Both of them in a last focus attack situation, but Shaw has 1 charge left, able to get a big hit off it. But 225 again. When we blew once, we're blueing again. We are KLA T225. We're flying through these blue skies. Try again. It may not be 0.9s, but we're throwing out those double charges now. We got Alliance Frostbus taking down Juichi's FPX ZQ. Juichi ends up going down. Now Frostbus again. Soul Blooms are not changing this patch. They still last forever. Right now in the new patch, they last for 2 minutes. But currently, the name of the game right now is find a kill outside edge zone. Get that kill and go Yang. Have that insurance plan ready to go. Now, JLAS versus JJH's Star, I believe. New guy on the block. Can AS welcome the new man to the NBPL League? It looks like Star has a little bit of a lead here. V3's gonna be invested. Combo break invested. We're back to neutral. Next combo break wins. Star, nice V3. Gets the follow-up. Looks for the tech chase. Jumping on the beach. Not gonna connect. AS now has to back off here. No stamina to his name. Weaving. Dodging. It's Neo. He's the one. He's dodging these shots, but Star hot on his heels. Nice armor reset by AS. Star looking for the overhold. 1 charge clank. 1 charge parry. AS not flinching, still going for it. We're clanking. Finally, AS decides to parry, but we got a combo break. We still have our F, but last hit situation, looking for the LMB. AS goes for the F, looks for the chip damage. Star gonna look for the scale watch, misses it. Nice little bit of a witch punch, just tap it in. AS ends up clutching and welcome the new guy to Pro League.
And that's a quick game there for the new kid on the block. Already out of game number 1. Chops with no eliminations, but it is game number 1. We know how they are. They are the warm-up games, but needless to say, that was a quick run there for JJH Star. GG Shaw now in the mix. Does spot JL's AS. Once again, JLAS had a crazy run bi-weekly 2 to qualify for the bi-weekly final. And now, coming off of this game number 1, already 1 elimination before the first round. The kills look a little They look a lot more spread out for game number 1 right now. Only Arano and T225 with 2 eliminations. Frost, GG Shaw, OUG's Mike, DRG Fong, and Jealous AS all with 1. So kills are going everybody's way for now, or you know, halfway through everybody. But Railgun and Arano going at it right now. That's Railgun back in the pro league now, trying to see if he can find this elimination. He does drop very low. Arano, go ahead and take a quick reset. Common armor for Railgun. Pistol shots there for the chip damage for Arano. Make sure he does not feel comfortable, that he does need a backup. Running that Akko's F2 as well. Naraka on the Zaping, as commonly see the Zapings being played out. Fong, JDG's verse, T225 in a 3-way scrap off. I have to wait and see who's the main aggressor here. Verse, still with common armor. T225 with purple. Oh, he weaves that R&B focus. Fong has his eyes as well onto Verse. Verse is just trying to schmoove around for the time being. Make sure he does not get called out. But T225 still chasing down Verse. He has the ult line. Verse as well with that ultimate if he needs it. Trying to see if he can get some damage output there onto T225 with a massive parry there onto T225. He cancels it into the uppercut. The 1.0 from the Hong Sword as well. The damage is there. Drops all that purple armor off of one parry. And now Verse is going to go ahead and swap on over to the purple nunchucks. I think he has the off to just back up right now, or the call to just back up right now. Did already got some damage onto T225. He's going to go ahead and post up to that first run with Yang. And Fong quickly disengaged and just sits in the bush, quickly waiting for the first run with Yang. JDG's Verse going to go ahead and take a quick reset. Max out that common armor. T225 not showing up as well. You have to wait and see which player is making to the first round. 3 rounds now in this patch as we've seen it. It's whole bi-weeklies. We got GG Shaw against Frostivus, TE Struggle against T225, JDG against EWG. And I know you want to cast this one, Raven. You got Frostivus in the room.
Oh, Frostivus taken to the skies. My man told me that he sits on the floor. We're going to the skies now. Frostivus looking for the 1 charge. Ends up throwing that aggressive play, but Shaw throws out and just a raw uppercut. And now we're going for the Kachow, the infinite. Frostivus going on the racetrack, just getting sent around. He does have his F up. He can kite this. He can take this to a minimum draw. Does Frostivus have it in him to bring this back? Nice cutting down from him. Shaw hot on his heels right now, taking to the skies, but Frostivus with that dagger, trying to, has 5 seconds till his next F. Looks for the clank. Nice. Be able to get Shaw off now. 1 second left on his F. He's going to be able to get a nice chunky heal now. Will he have the presence of mind to see that his F looks for the overpower? Does he able to get it? Now he has a chance to F1 trap. Will he go for it? It looks like he's aiming for a stall out right now, or seeing whether or not Shaw will get overextended here. Shaw still has his Shayo ultimate, but Frostivus now finally feeling comfortable with the health. But again, immediately F into the uppercut, and Alliance Frostivus is gonna go down to one of the veterans, GG Shaw, showing exactly why he is a force to be reckoned with this season. He's always been scratching at the surface of ascending to that next level, and what a great opener versus Frost. Now, Zipping versus Shayo, this is one of the tough parts. Zipping really has a good shot versus Peria, but versus Shayo, that F2 pressure is just a ton to deal with. Now, the good thing for Frost, though, I believe he got a kill on the outside, so he's probably going to go back to insurance plan. My man is still in there for the running. All these guys, same thing with 225. You're seeing that insurance plan going in. No 2-minute cooldown. That's staying there forever. We are still on the old patch, and all these players play this patch to perfection.
Wow. Still thinking about that realm. A raw uppercut into an infinite off the fan for the opener there for GG Shaw. That is
might have stuck in that F2. I might have not seen it, but it definitely looked raw to me.
Yeah.
We just got hit by. Yeah, no, it wasn't F2. It wasn't F2. I saw the replay. All right.
Okay. Oh yeah, it wasn't. I just saw it too. Okay. Railgun back at it. Verse and another player, GG Shaw, on the chase here against Railgun. Railgun does have his millions burst. GG Shaw with that gold pulsar, and look at the damage off of that. He does manage to catch a scale rush there onto JDG. Now Burst is gonna try to back up here. Gold dagger in hand. Is this 3 Vermilion's Burst might scrap off right now? We have 3 gold weapons going at it. I think I saw a dagger, a pulse sword, and another weapon in the back end that was gold. Arano now showing up as well. JDG's Verse now in the middle of 2 players. A Shayoan is a ping. 1-2 off the fan. Let's get the damage in. He's gonna go ahead and invest his ultimate, trying to back up. Verse gonna go. He forced to swap to that common armor. Post sword swap does get some damage in. The freeze connects, but no damage output follow up. Now Verse gonna go ahead and swap on over to the purple nunchucks. Does manage to get the freeze as well. And Arano drops very low. Is gonna be forced to pop that Zaping ultimate as well. Looks like the sword gun is gonna drop down, but no, the nunchuck meter burn. It's gonna make him stay up for the time being. Arano still has his eyes onto Verse. Verse is very, very, very low right now. It's gonna drop very low. And 3 players still has his eyes on him. He is going to fall there with an uppercut, but no, it's gonna be GG Shaw falling to Srugun. Srugun picks elimination onto GG Shaw. And Verse with another common armor swap. Arano as well has his eyes onto Verse. And Verse just trying to move out of this area. He has 4 players, I believe, chasing him down, or 3 players. And look at the mini map right now. All these players showing up to the party. JDG's Verse is going to manage to get a quick pot in. He does manage to get a common a white health pot in. He does get a little bit of that health back. GG Shaw with that F2, just trying to run some circles, see if he can catch the damage output off of that. But Verse still getting chased down, and looks like the damage is going to be coming into play there by TT25 with the last final hit to pick up the elimination onto Verse. And Verse is just there in a very hard spot right there to make sure he tries to stay alive. Does not manage to do so. He still has a second life, is still in this game with 1 elimination. But wow, what a showing here. And the second Roman Yang is already posted up here, Raven.
Yeah. Like you were pointing out, creatives, everyone was there with the Vermilion's buff, and they all had gold weapons.
Yeah.
I was trying to there poke people with the pulse right. And one of the things I noticed when you got that gold weapon, no one's throwing out any blues. We want to keep our gold weapon, especially if we have the Vermilions. The great thing about the Vermilion's buff is that you get to keep all of your loot. So unless you get parried, you get to keep that gold weapon on it. Now we're gonna get a rematch versus Fong and Mike. These two have gone at it over and over. Fong, the Dagger Master. Dual Blades versus Dagger, though. Fong's going to drive this out into the open. Mike, a little bit with a fake focus attack on the other way. Fong doesn't bite. He just hits him with that LMB to the back. Nice light attack chunking down Mike. And now Fong going to hit the ult button, getting a nice freeze and a full stagger. Is he going to get the second freeze? R&B Chase on the wake up, able to get it. Doesn't get the light attack. Mike able to hold dodge out, take his turn back, and dodges the next freeze. But Fong already sending out that LMB. Mike getting caught on this dodge. Spear doing such a great job of covering all those dodging optims with that nice active horizontal. Now we're seeing our man Fong, a rare instance where he is not using Dagger, but he's taking these nice little Mike dual Halbies off of him. And right now, the name of the game, if you're trying to play a very straightforward game, is dual Halbies. They limit a ton of the sneaky stuff that people can do in dodges. Now going into that second realm of Yang, we still got 10 people up. We're gonna have Panda Man from Super Railgun going at it. I know you're a big fan of Mr. Panda Man. I'm glad to see him back. CDY, he'll always be Panda Man to us, but we're gonna take Super Railgun taken to the sky. But again, Panda Man with the Hong Sword looking for that trusty old scale rush, trying to get that uppercut going on. But the F2 coming out from Railgun, looking for the uppercut, and B3 already gonna be invested, but Super Railgun not hesitating at all to bring out his ultimate, able to get a nice tiger combo. Does he get the follow-up against the corner? Doesn't go for it, goes for the wake-up read, but Panda Man immediately retreating to the pillar, able to get to the mech. We got 45 seconds. Can Super Railgun find a way to get a kill right now? Now, the tough part about Feria in Realm of Yang, it's either win or tie, even with the adjustment of these thick pillars. So if you didn't know this, the smaller pillar is actually wider than the taller pillar. We're going to have 30 seconds going into this. Now Panda Man coming in with the R&B jump. He'll be trying to keep the pressure up. Super Railgun going to use that F2 into the uppercut. Doesn't get the follow-up. We got a nice combo break coming out from Panda Man, and the cooldowns are just flowing. Kratos, it's flowing.
Yeah.
I like to see that, though. No hesitation from either of them. Just straight streamline, straight to the point. Get the business down, and looks like Panda Man's going to come out on top of this one.
Panda Man, back for week 3. Showing up, coming in straight into a focus off that F, getting that elimination. Now, see this now in the second round. They take that Wagers Tigers powers for their second buff. That's Railgun. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to try to pick up a Soul Bloom. I believe there's no backup plan right now in the second round for these players. GG Shaw as well has that Yang depletion timer on his back. But look at the kills right now. 3 and, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 down the board there, as well as 1, 1, 1. So pretty much everybody almost has an elimination. All 12 players, only 10 out of the 12 have eliminations now. So This is a different start that we see. These players are all getting their eliminations across the board. S Railgun, gold halberds in hand. Looks like we're gonna have that waiting period here. Still zone 3 to start spreading in 50 seconds. GG Shaw on top of the ballista tower tries to get the information off the bell. I believe does manage to hit it. So he's gonna scout some of these players and try to stay mobile to make sure he doesn't get grappled out or aggressed on. I believe there's a player showing up, so he is going to try to back up. S Railgun and Juchi. Looks like there were a little bit of a scrap off, but just a little pokage for the time being. GG Shaw falls down. Fong just chilling in the bush. JL's AS just drops 2 blocks of that purple armor. Looks like he was getting aggressed on by another player in the back end. Not sure if that was Mike, but oh, Mike is out. Sorry, it was another player in the backside I saw before we got the different cut. But now the aggression is here. JL's AS drops very low. He's gonna be forced to pop this Feria ultimate. He is gonna have to mech up, and now this is a big problem here for JL's AS. Once this mech goes down, all these players are going to continue their aggression. You see them already. Everybody laying down the pressure here on top of the ballista tower. F2 goes out as well. Everybody trying to apply the pressure onto JL's AS. RB focused there from Fan, and AS now has to run for his life, but the pressure is on by so many players. Does manage to get a common armor swap as well. Looks like the aggression has stopped for now, but we see this time and time again. Once those mechs go down for the Ferias, if they do manage to get baited out by a player in these circles where a lot of these players are still alive, you see this, and there it is once again. S Railgun burst. DRG's Fong in the back end. AS with a blue common armor swap, and both shots connects in the backside as well. It's just big damage all around here, and AS is in big trouble. GG Shaw, the first one there, does not manage to get the last hit, and AS trying to stay alive. JDG's verse invests the Justina ultimate. It's gonna be Panda Man with elimination on AS, and we see this every single time. The aggression from the whole lobby, and now they just go ahead and just back up for the time being. Fall taking a full reset. Esrago gets hit with a massive bullshot by Frostivus in the backside. We saw that Esrago drops very low. Frostivus with a massive bow shot there, nearly connects with elimination, but Esrago looks like he is going to stay alive with a minute 20 on his back. Combat armor swap as well, and wow, what is going on right now, Raven?
It's just the Zippings and Ferias going to war right now, trying to transition to this end game. We got 9 people alive right now. Akos, Justina's trying to find their ways, but the Zipping Swarm and the Feria mech squad, they will go after each other furiously. Now Railgun getting poked out to pop his ultimate, doesn't have much to work with, and this is a tough part when you're not Feria or Zipping. It's very hard to reset in these situations with everyone has great aim and they can maintain this pressure, but it looks like Super Railgun finds a Feria again, surrounded by the Zipping Swarm. Juchi gonna get picked off. Remember, part of all the Zippings right now are all of the tier 1 pros. We got 225, we got Mike, we got Arano, we got Shaw, and they know who to target. Like, I mean, not Shaw, we got Frostivus. Now, Shaw was on Yang Depletion. He was able to pick up that soul bone, even though CDY was able to find it. But it looks like no one is hesitating or playing this lobby slow at all. Everyone is here right now. All 8 players are part of this herd, looking to see if anyone is bleeding, looking to take advantage of the situation. The only Akos in the lobby. Super Railgun at 2 kills, no ultimate. He's going to take to the bush. Even the best players hide in the bush. And we're going to see that Moonbane coming out, that 80% Moonbane. It looks like we sniff out the cat hiding in the bush and burst on the Justina, finding the R&B jump element. Going to invest in their ultimate, secure the kill with that perfect dash attack in midair. Now he's going to try to hide, get away from all the situation. We got Fong looting it up, taking a little bit of that kill, but Verse happy with that kill, happy to peace out and hide from the Zipping Swarm. But he's up to 3 kills, Arano's up to 3 kills, 225 is up to 3 kills, and we still got this end game to play, creatives.
Yeah, still have this end game, and I'd love to see it. The Pharaohs are getting full focus right now. Only 1 Pharaoh remains for game number 1. And like you mentioned, Raven, all the T1 pros playing as a pings, they know exactly who to focus on right now on these spheres and end circles. We see how detrimental they can make the end circle for the rest of the lobby, and only 1 remains. So once this the zone starts getting smaller and smaller, these players are gonna have their full focus on that fair as well. Pretty much Zaping still all out across the board, 1 Shayo and 2 Justinas. And I thought I saw V2 on Fong, but going into the first game, I did see everybody running a V1, but he's still on that V1. I did get confused. I thought he did swap on over, but he's still on the V1. We're gonna take a quick replay here at the second realm of Yang. Verse against GG Shaw. Gold fan in hand for Verse. GG Shaw with a gold pole sword. R&B focus there for Verse. F2 called out for GG Shaw. Does not manage to get the damage output off of this. The follow-up as well. Xiao ultimate now invested for GG Shaw. Verse is going to continue to apply the pressure onto GG Shaw. Gonna go ahead and get parried by the long range parry there by GG Shaw. Does not manage to get the damage though. F called in there for the Justina. Now Verse gonna respond with the Justina ultimate as well. He's gonna weave that V2 as well. That was clean there from Verse. Catches the freeze. Quick comes in off the pole source. And a big parry as well from Verse. And GG Shaw is gonna be eliminated off of that. And that was clean. Clean Realm of Yang there from Verse. And Verse still going at it right now. Trying to stay up. Does apply some pressure onto GG Shaw and T225. Both players drop, I believe, 3 to 2 blocks of armor. This is Panda Man, the last Faria right now in the lobby. T225, Arano. There's around 3 to 4 players on those rock side as well. Panda Man already moved up to the next zone. This is the inventory here. He does have that gold pole sword in the back pocket, so he might be looking for those scale rushes off of that as well. We see that as well. These players love going for the scale rushes off those pole swords. GG Shaw, Fong already moving up as well. T225 is now starting to move on in on the Zaping. It's purple weapons here. 1 blue fan as well for T225. Has the purple staff in the back pocket if he needs it for that purple frame off the R&B focus. But T225 looking to try to find some damage. It looks like some big damage there onto Arano. Arano drops very low as a ping, and T225 and Burst both see the aggression onto Arano, and Arano does manage to stay up for the time being. But look, the random ban, he's gonna weave it off the launch, has that merciless havoc as well, so he is gonna manage to create some space off of this. Gets clipped off the second bane though. Arano drops very low, needs to be careful. There's nobody around, no one saw the aggression. The purple armor swap there for Arano. That's good game knowledge there from Arano, knowing that the Blessing's gonna have that purple armor for him, and he's back in his game, Raven. No aggression coming off that bane hit.
Telling you, when the zipping swarm, that we gotta eliminate everyone else. We just walk on by. You see Arano get really low, and you see 225. He's like, should I betray the brother? As he passes the doorway, and technically the Merciless was out there in the doorway, but he's not willing to do it. And CDY has his work cut out of him. You see Panda Man trying to hide in this corner and stay out of sight, out of mind. As long as the Zippings don't get an idea of where I am, we're not going to get poked to death. And you see Frostivus, 225, Arano, we're looking mighty comfortable standing next to each other. We got the full the state of Zippings right here on the side, on the dead side. Everyone else desperately hiding away from these guys, being hunted by these wolves of Zipping. Everyone looks at Zipping as this character where it's this very defensive character, but in fact she is a wolf, especially at the highest level. No one really wants to commit to her unless you can find her in a 1v1, but the second you see this wolf pack of Zippings, you are getting poked to death by these pistols, by these bows that save chip damage. And you see everyone else realizing we gotta kind of stick together if we want a chance. There's a 4v4 going on right now. We may not look alike, but we're gonna bring this together versus the zipping swarm. We see Arano taking a ton of damage from Burst. He's debating on committing into there, but Frostivus, the Zippings holding the high ground, not letting anyone come in. It's just so funny to watch that this is what optimal target selection looks like. If I go down, that means you are next. And if the Zippings are going to play this coordinated together, this is what's going to end up being these end games. And I'm not gonna lie, it brings a tear to my eye to see these solo players being able to play trios within solos. It looks like a ton of fun. They are gonna be holding this high ground, chilling out, vibing out. But as this keeps going forward, Zipping has a huge advantage with her ultimate going off to the heal off situation, the zone, maximum corruption, but that V1 able to deny most of that damage. On top of the fact, when you eat that soul bloom in V1, you're getting a juiced heal with the stacked F1, so it does pick your heal off. That's what gives Zippings such a big advantage in these endgames. And if you double down with the Wang Lang strategy, where he likes to stack that health gauge on these heal off situations, because the first 3 days we're gonna be seeing this scenario run 3 times, 3 daytime Holoroths back to back with Zippings being played. Right now, the phase 1 squad, Arano, 225, Frostivus at the high ground, and finally Fong has had enough, and we in their creatives. Fong just laying out these Justina dashes everywhere. Arano eats up a lot of damage. He's gonna be forced to back up, but looks like these players do have his eyes on him, and Fong uses all the dashes now. No ult for Fong.
It looks like that pressure is still going to be applied there by T225. Another player showing up is going to be Panda Man with a massive focus attack off the pole sword, and he is going to fall for that. Lets another one lose onto T225 this time around, and Fong was tired of just waiting that out, and he does get super aggressive and pays the price for it. And burst now as well. We see Merciless in the backside, big R&B focus in the backside. Panda Man's going to be forced to pop this V3 beacon. Arano with a massive Merciless onto Frostivus. Now Panda Man's going to try to take a full reset on top of the rock side. Frostivus already there, applying the pressure onto Panda Man. Looks like no damage onto him though. He is going to stay up for the time being. T225, Burst, and Arano, all three players have his eyes on, but it's going to be Arano with a massive bow shot in the air, taking out Panda Man, and Arano now getting 4 eliminations off of this. Merciless on the field as well for himself. GG Shaw getting clipped off this Merciless inside the zone or inside the storm. It's gonna take a lot of damage. Bow shot connects as well. GG Shaw needs to be real careful. He's gonna be forced to pop that Shayo ultimate to take a quick reset as well. Frostivus still playing a lot more conservative right now. Make sure he does not get lobbied. Versus well, these players are just trying to play as smart as they can. Arano though with this Merciless is gonna be able to apply a lot of pressure to a lot of this lobby right now. T225 now showing up as well. Looks like the V3 or the V2 off that Shayo is the last one right there for GG Shaw. And Arano drops low, purple armor nearly all out, but looks like he is going to be able to get a full reset. Versus is going to be forced to pop the Zap. Frostivus still claiming the top rock side as well. T225 showing up with the gold halberd. GG Shaw that crouch LBs, R&Bs off the fans, applying the pressure. He's going to try to back up. Verse goes inside the zone. He's going to have to dash up. Eats a lot of damage off the zone. He's going to try to stay up off of this. He might be playing the high ground off the grapples off of this as well. So he does have one dash left. There goes the counter grapple from T225. And we see this time and time again from T225. But it's GG Shaw with elimination onto Verse. And that's good kill there for GG Shaw. Merciless Havoc, big prayer from T225 off of Arano in the backside as well. And GG Shaw and 3 players trying to fight for this last final circle area where it completely closes. And now it's a final free-for-all for all these players. Big prayer out to Frostivus. T225 now gets hit by the 1-2-3 off of this. He is going to take a lot of damage, and GG Shaw and T225 both stay up, and I believe it's a tie for the MVP for this game. I saw both 4 with 4 eliminations on the